The king.
Very moving part of the movie. What did you make of the whole piece then, Gareth?
I thought the film was really fantastic. Colin Firth's portrayal of a stammer was pretty spot on, and more so though, the reason why I love the movie, it heightens the awareness of stammering, and something that I found hard as a child was I'd never met another stammerer, and so it was quite a lonely place. And if something like this was in the media, then you know it just makes things a little more acceptable to have a stammer.
Your technique, you seem to take a sort of a deeper breath and then sort of go for it. Is that a new technique you're working on?
Sure, I'm on a programme called the McGuire Programme, and it teaches you a new way to breathe, a new way to speak. And as stammerers, we'd avoid situations, so our speech would be quite quiet, and I'd always be very shy, and so now we counteract that by being more assertive with our speech. And yes, it's based upon this new way of breathing called costal breathing.
Now we've got your speech therapist here with it. There's a bit of the Geoffrey Rush about him. Calm, authoritative, friendly. Looks like he might be a bit of a maverick as well. I like the look of him.
Yeah, this is Chris Tuxey. He's my Lionel Lug.
It's obviously working a treat.
In many cases, if you try a sort of early intervention, I suppose it can help. Do you believe that that's to be the case?
Absolutely. Well, 90% of a stammer is psychological. It's the build-up of negative experiences, the build-up of negative associations. Maybe it started when I was at school. I maybe said a word wrong, and a fellow classmate said, "Wait a minute, you've just said that wrong." And so that leaves a negative association with that word. So the next time I go and try and say that word, I think to myself, well, the last time I said it wrong, so I'm going to say it wrong again. That then snowballs into other words and just speaking in general. So if we can catch it with children early enough, and it's this whole self-acceptance thing, you know, to say to kids, actually it's not all that bad to have a stammer. You know, it might not develop into a full sort of adult stammer.
So in future, when I talk to a stammerer, what can I do to help? Presumably not try and finish off sentences for them, just be patient. And is there any more?
That's the best thing. Just patience is the main thing. Often what's very frustrating is if you finish off a sentence for a stammerer and it's wrong, that just, you know, creates more frustration within the stammerer. And so yeah, just be patient and wait. You might be waiting a while, but just try and be as patient as you can.
I know, because you've come so far as well, and we kind of feel like we've been part of your life and overcoming your stammer too, because obviously going way back to, you know, Pop Island, now of course you're in Panto, and now Les Mis again in the West End, so
yeah,
you know, anything's possible in spite of those dark moments, I'm sure, that you've had.
I'd have never thought I'd be able to be on stage now acting, you know, learning a script and actually speaking as opposed to just singing, you know. And it's fantastic.
What struck me as really sad then, just while we were in the news then, normally I'll be having a chat with the guests, and I thought, I won't talk to Gareth because obviously it's a bit of a struggle. I don't want to bother him. But if you're not careful, if you're a stammerer, you'll end up not being spoken to at all. You know, I wasn't being rude then. I just didn't want to kind of bother you with it. But that was wrong, wasn't it?
Well, there's lots of stammerers avoid speaking situations like that, and I'm all for those situations now. I make sure that I'm introducing myself to lots of people
and available to talk.
Simply because I'm trying to replace these negative associations with positive ones, and the only way that I can do that is by forcing myself to do things that naturally as a stammerer I don't want to do. One of the things that we do on the programme, we go out into the streets, into the town centre, wherever we're doing the courses, and speak to 100 people. And, you know, that in itself for a stammer is a challenge, but, you know, these are the things that we have to be doing in order to, overcome this affliction.
You're great, Gareth. Thank you so much. Such an inspiration, honestly.
Stay with us.
I kept him chatting regardless of you, mind you, it has to be said.
It's normally the case.
This year, one film will inspire a nation.
It's time.
The King's Speech in cinemas now.